Hey guys, welcome back. And today, what we're gonna do is I'm gonna give you probably more, knowing me, 5 tips that's gonna make you a steak pimp on the Blackstone Griddle. Let's get started. Number 1, choose the right steak. I like a nice ribeye. I like it from the chuck end where it has this nice spinalis that runs along the top. And I didn't get no special ribeyes here, y'all. This is from Walmart, actually. And again, I'm a ribeye fan. If you like a filet, go ahead with a filet. A filet is nice tender meat, but the dang filet does not have any flavor. That's where Mr. Ribeye comes in. I'm just kidding. But hey, choose whatever you like. The main thing is the marbling, okay? That fat is flavor. You want it kind of mingled through really well. This one's nice and marbled. And overall, it's a really good ribeye. So first tip, simply choosing your meat and choosing it wisely. A nice sirloin works well, nice beefy, might be a little bit more tough, but again, same principle, just make sure it's got some marbling. Number 2, you gotta season these dudes, all right? Gotta season them. And what I like to do is beforehand, number 1, you saw me patting it a second ago. I was on to my second tip before, but you also wanna make sure you pat these things dry. It just works better. Moisture is not your friend. I'm actually getting a little bit ahead of myself. One thing that I like to do beforehand is take a little bit of salt, not a whole lot. You can actually do this about 24 hours in advance and let that kind of sit in the fridge, uncovered. And what that does is it draws moisture out. Not the good moisture, but water. Salt draws moisture out. We're gonna let these ribeyes set right here, and we're gonna let that salt just kind of draw some of that moisture out. We're gonna blot it again. So let's use this time. After this, let's go fire up the griddle, get it on a low heat. Yes, doing it on a griddle. There's gonna be that guy, I don't know, typically their names might be like a Rob or something. They're the purists. It's gotta be over charcoal. If it's not over charcoal, it sucks. Listen, I put some of these ribeyes in front of some people, y'all, and people are like, dang it, boy, that's a good grocery. So cast iron, people cook cast iron steaks all the time. Gordon Ramsay does it, but he does it in these special little pans. Same thing. Y'all, just cook some good groceries, feed people, love on people. That's what I say. So our steaks, they've been resting for, I've given it about 5 minutes, all right? Could it stay longer? Yeah, but I mean, I've already got that moisture. I don't know if you can see it or not. That's already started kind of coming out, all right? Wipe that up. There we go. Now we got to season these dudes. And how we're going to do that is going to do some heifer dust. All right. This is my own stuff. That and Fiesta dust, both mine. You can find it on my website. You can also find it on Amazon. And we're going to come in liberally seasoned with heifer dust. Flippy. We have pre-warmed our griddle. It's coming up to temp right now. It's turning a little bit. Got a little smoky going on, but we're going to let these steaks, just like with the salt initially, we are going to just kind of let the moisture build up and just let it kind of tack up a little bit. All right, guys, so as you can see, the griddle is nice and smoking. Let's see where we're at temperature wise. So I'm right about 500 degrees. Perfect searing temperatures. So I have a nice tutorial here, a little griddle temperature magnet. Kind of tells you about where you need to be temperature wise and about where your knobs need to be for whatever you're cooking. And then if you're wondering about what the internal temperature of the meat needs to be, got it right here. Meat temperatures, nice little magnet. Put it right there on your griddle. It's a magnet, cleans up nice. It's perfect. So if you're interested in that, that's also on my website. So number 4, get that griddle nice and hot. What I do like to do, I will put a little bit of oil, just depends. This is avocado oil. Avocado oil is a nice high temperature oil, and I just want a little bit of lubrication. I don't want a whole lot. So that's number 4. What I got 5, I said 5, right? I'm gonna give you more. Again, nice and hot. My knobs right now are about on a medium heat. What I'm gonna do in the middle, I'm gonna turn them up a little bit. Why? Because whenever I put these steaks down, there's gonna be a little bit of a thermal shock. It's gonna come down a little bit. So we wanna compensate for that. So number 1, put it right there. Number 2, you wanna hear that, just give it a little press. That same guy that goes over charcoal, he says, you only need to flip once. That's bull crap, bull hockey. You wanna flip often, okay? This is tip number 5, maybe 6, who knows? We'll try to keep up with it. You wanna flip about every 30 seconds to a minute. And the reason you wanna do that is you wanna slowly get the top, the crust. You wanna slowly build that. The longer it sits on that, the hotter the meat starts getting and you start getting bands, all right? So you can kind of see already, it's cooking, all right? Fat's rendering, that kind of thing. We're gonna flip. But now, we're not gonna flip in the same spot. We're gonna go to a different spot, okay? We'll flip over here. We already got nice color already building. So now this right here, it'll start getting back hot again. So we'll just keep on flipping just like this. We're gonna go for about medium rare. Again, over on our meat temperature, medium rare is about 130, 135 degrees internal. It's about been another 30 seconds. Ready? And flip again. Flip again. One thing I've been lately a fan of is taking your tongs and just kind of moving it along just like this. It seems to help the color. It seems to help the crust. It helps that Maillard reaction. I don't know what it does, but just kind of move it around like that. Look at that right there. Look at that. Move that around, flip this one. Get you a nice instant read thermometer. You want to start probing. We're at 100 degrees right there, so we're not far. It don't take long. Once you hit 100, it doesn't take it long to hit that 130. On some of these bigger pieces of meat, you really want to pull it before that 130 mark, maybe about 125, and let it try to carry over, all right? This is my next step, next tip. Get you some butter, all right? And we're gonna make a nice little herb bath, all right? Boom, boom, a little garlic, boom, boom, there we go. Make sure you get a lot of that butter. There we go. Look at that. That right there is what you want. Wanna get these steaks off? They're good. We're gonna let those rest, all right? We'll let those rest. I'll continue kind of working at this butter bath here because we're gonna put this butter bath over our steaks. And that right there is just icing on the cake right there. Whenever you put the garlic, rosemary, thyme. Also, I've made a board butter, a board sauce. You basically take softened butter, same stuff here, and just slather it on your cutting board. And that way when you slice the steak or the steak's in there, you just run that all through those juices. Gosh almighty, it's good groceries. There's more than one way to skin a cat here. Now, I'm gonna season this mixture up a little bit. I used unsalted butter, so it needs a little bit of seasoning. And why not use a little bit of heifer dust? So that's good. We're gonna let these steaks rest for a little bit. We'll come back and we're gonna slice them up, all right? All right, let's give these a slice. They've been resting enough. How we slice these? Well, very easily because this thing's nice and soft. I mean, this is a spinalis. It kind of fell off already. Look at that right there. Nice and medium rare. Probably nice, tender, and juicy. Look at that. A knife just runs through it. God. I didn't even pour this butter bath over it, which I'll do in a minute. All right, that's the spinalis, all right? So, I mean, that thing's nice and loose. I'll slice that. So there you see, red pretty much top to bottom. If we would have just left it on one side, it would have been gray on the top and bottom and red in the middle. That's not good. This right here, you constantly flip it, so you're heating it evenly top to bottom. That's what I'm saying. So we're just gonna slice this up. Here we go. That's so good, so good. Take a little bit of this juice, just pour right over top, slather that thing in there. Bang, boy, this dang ribeye slaps right there. You can't go wrong with these tips. Getting your temperatures right, doing a little bit of prep beforehand, and you nail it, money, every time. That's all I got for you. Appreciate you watching. Appreciate the support. I love you.